Everybody likes Tarkov. Everybody loves Tarkov, especially the decisions and changes that they've made regarding that game. PvPvE.
With the beast.
You know, back in the day, whenever with Warcraft, whenever they added any PvEvP things, or like in Alterac Valley, that kind of stuff, I always called it PvEvP, and now these days everyone calls it PvPvE, and it makes me sad. These are the things I think about, chat.
So this is the Visteri. I've never.
Makes me sad.
I'm no stranger to slaying beasts.
What keeps you up at night?
I'll make it work.
A lot worse things than that. Like you meowing. You and little one meowing at fucking 4 in the morning, perfectly centered in the house so that it echoes.
Lightning strikes twice.
Holy shit! Look at that spear speed now. Banger.
Take this. I've no mana.
Zooming. And we already had quite a bit of attack speed. They changed it so that the spear throw is 50%, from 50% of your base attack speed reduced, or your attack speed reduced to 60% now. So probably multiplied nicely with all the attack speed that I already have. Like it's a lot more than a 10% boost, is what I'm saying. Relative, that is. Well, it was more than 10% before going from 50 to 60. It was 20%. It's a lot more than that.
Spirit, guide us.
Yeah, they did a restartless hotfix patch where they buffed basically my build as it happens, and also minions. I think they buffed minions a lot, or I don't know if a lot, but they hotfixed the minion buffs. They nerfed some bosses. They changed some bosses. What is going on with that guy's health bar right now?
That was almost a challenge.
Before it slips away.
And did a bunch of bug hotfixes. Some of the rares. What is going on with this guy's health bar? Okie dokie. They reverted the 2.0 nerfs on minions? Oh, did they? Wait, what? Bro, that was like a massive nerf.
Straight through the art.
Like the one where they made it like 95% scaling instead of 400% or some shit? No, they did like a day ago? You're doing 0 damage with lightning spears? Really? I was doing a decent amount. You know what the problem is, man? And it kind of adds up with a lot of things. And, you know, not... Oh, okay, there's many problems, but... with Amazon, at least, or Huntress, is that, honestly, this is feeling pretty good now. And it's only going to get better. There's still more for me to discover and build, and I'm getting that nice sense of satisfaction of putting a build together that's actually working. I wasn't getting that before in the first act and a half, maybe 2 acts. And the problem is that reliance on the parry mechanic and assuming that you have frenzy charges and just like overall scaling and ability feel. But once it takes off, like this is feeling solid. I don't know, like I'm enjoying this. The player minions. The player minions. I gotcha. When you said minions, I thought you meant the rares minions. They need to basically adjust the either scaling or the floor power of this class, and probably a bunch of other classes, and probably just the game in general. They need a smooth, like I said, I think once you get to like Act 3, it feels like, and I like peeped a couple of other areas. Other streamers, like people are kind of starting to pop off by then, but getting there is absolutely miserable. Like a non-twinked character starting Act 1 and stuff is just such a... It is a slog. Like I do absolutely agree with it on that. It's a little too much. And I'm somebody who likes the like masochist and blah blah blah. Like it's a little too much. It's definitely in the realm of like not fun rather than like hard earned. And going for hard-earned feels good because it's rewarding, but there's nothing rewarding about needing to, like, 5-hit one white moth for the first 10 to 15 hours of gameplay. A lot of people are going to mentally check out of that and not enjoy it. So they just need to work on that, like, introductory experience for those first 2-3 acts, and by then you get enough tools and points and stuff to feel whatever build you're trying to make pop off. Assuming you're making a semi-coherent build. You gotta do the, well, I mean, I don't know. That's just development moves, right? That you don't do Act 4, 5, 6 yet. It's just like not ready. I don't know. Now, if they came out and they're like, we're canceling Act 4, 5, and 6, and this is what 1.0 is going to be, or you just do Act 1 to 3 and then Act 1 to 3 cruel, then okay, that's a bigger problem. That's just we're playing 0.2 patch of an early access game, and the content's just not done. Like, it is what it is.
Ought to come in handy.
Your build isn't up to par back 3, it's exacerbated even worse by the gigantic zones. Yeah, agreed. Do agree. They fucked something about my ascendancy for sure, though. Like, look at the health bar skipping around.
My mana's gone.
From my Amazon ascendancy. That shouldn't be happening.
That was almost a challenge.
And I only started seeing it recently, obviously, in the past 10 minutes, so I can't really tell if it's like a visual issue or if it's like recalculating constantly its area of effect or something like that. But something ain't right with it for sure. They don't about skipping stuff for alts at all yet? No. That is definitely a big pain point slash area of discussion for people.
Watch your step. That's him up there.
Because believe it or not, they are, you know, they try to innovate, they try to do this, try to do that. And the campaign skipping thing is one area where they're actually the ones lagging behind the norm. Because Diablo, you can skip it. Last Epoch, you can quasi-skip and do other things and start endgame early and all that kind of stuff. PoE is just very like, nope. You gotta do the campaign every time. Surely it can't be hard to implement something to skip it reasonably. Or allow, like, junior maps or something, you know? Campaign carrying 20 hours for the normal player. It's brutal. I don't know. I appreciate that they've done a lot of work with the campaign. I think the campaign's nice and fun for the most part. You know, barring, like, maybe the zones are too big, blah, blah. It's fun the first time. It's fun maybe the second, third time, especially if you're like me. You kind of come in every 2-3 months, play it again. I'm not, like, hating what I'm doing right now. It's not so fun if you do it nonstop, right? Stuff. Got this guy like over here. Wait, he does melee range ones? He didn't do that last time. No, he does. He literally just didn't do that last time. For those. Well, good thing we have enough defense because we basically died 3 times over as far as that guy being tuned higher on like a map goes.
Hand bent double as is.
Done it 3 times, I don't think you do it again. This is, there's a full campaign. This will only be my second time doing the full campaign. Obviously, we had a couple of, you know, when we were doing hardcore restarts the first time. I didn't feel like restarting for hardcore this time. I just kind of wanted to play and, you know. Like, I'm not going to lie, my brain is definitely more excited for Last Epoch right now than PoE. And, like, no hate on PoE. It's just, you know, Last Epoch is a launch product with, like, a major league coming out, whereas this is, like, a major patch in an early access game. Putting aside any fandom of one game or the other kind of thing. Oh, we got access to our last spells. Melee. Consume all frenzy charges to perform a gigantic spear that thrusts that knocks enemies back. For each frenzy charge consumed, a wind serpent follows in the spear's wake. Each serpent also damages and knocks back enemies, and knocking an enemy into terrain or other large enemy will cause a shockwave. Spear of Solaris. Oh, good. Fire. Build Glory by heavy stunning enemies. When you have maximum glory, you can call forward the Ismeri goddess Solaris, jumping backwards and throwing your spear in the air. On landing, the spear deals heavy damage in an area, then calls a divine skybeam that pulses periodically and creates expanding ignited ground. Modifiers to number of projectiles fired do not apply to this skill. I mean, all fire. Basically nothing I'm going to use, really. I don't think. I wish they had, like, an LE style thing. One thing I like in Last Epoch is it's really cool when you have an ability that's like this ability. You know, it does a massive fire AoE, but then, like, within the talent tree for the abilities, it goes, change this ability entirely to electric damage instead. Or change it to frost damage instead. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm saying... what's the dex cutoff here? 108, 119. Oof. There's uniques for that. Yeah, but then you lose so much stat putting on the uniques in this game. Also, good luck getting a unique, right? That you need. But yeah. But noted. I'll just go to the caravan. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You have wait, gems for that? Like support gems? I don't think I've seen a single support gem that entirely changes one ability, one element to another. What gem is that? They have cold to fire? And more probably. I mean, let's look. Do you know what they're called? I'd be curious if that's the case. I just thought that was, like, not really an option. I don't know. Let's go, like, lightning. Let's see what pops up. Lightning penetration. Cannot inflict shock. Volt. Charge shots. Cannot inflict freeze shock or ignite. Supported lightning skills. Lightning exposure. Electrocute. Magnitude of shock. Shock. Ambrosia. Consume mana. Shock. Lightning pen. Support attack steal. Okay. I'm not seeing anything like that. But the infusions don't change one to another. They just do extra at the cost of others. Maybe they aren't in yet, I guess. Oh, are you guys talking about from PoE 1? Yeah, okay. Maybe. I don't know PoE 1 that well. I've never seen like that on PoE 2 yet. Search convert. Convert. There you go. I don't think it's a thing. It's either not a thing yet or just will not be a thing in this game, but yeah. So, that's that, I suppose. Something else to complain about.
Greetings.
If at first you don't
And that sucks
succeed,
because I like that kind of stuff. Personally, just like I think it's cool. I think it's cool, baby. One, two, three. See, I got this would be cool if I could fucking use it with lightning, right? I mean, fire's not terrible, but I also have like a bunch of nodes now in my passive tree that are just % lightning damage. I have jewels that are % lightning damage, so it's just super inefficient for me to use this. Sounds cool though, but we'll never know. We'll never know, chat. You hear that, Jeddick? We'll never know. It's fun saying gonna freeze those mobs and fireballs. Yeah, I hope they implement something like that. That's like one of my favorite things in Last Epoch. It just helps build that creativity. Lets you like tune things the way you want it. And it sounds like it would be cool in PoE 1, but I don't remember that from PoE 1. PoE 1 I never like digested like I am this game, and basically every other ARPG I always was just like a little follow guide bitch, because I was just too much info that I didn't want to invest the time to learn, because it was so backlogged for 5 to 10 years when I first started playing. But I was like, I don't know, just give me a guide for this league, I'll play.
with the tail.
So like I don't know any of that stuff in there. It was just follow guide, do this, put the point here, blah blah blah. Whereas in this one, I'm like fundamentally understanding it and trying to grasp it. Last Epoch, Diablo 4, all that stuff, because that's just way more fun to me to cook a build and see it work, and if it's not working, try to fix it. And unless, to be fair, sometimes the fix is just poorly tuned, and the build that you want might be good, but it's just not there yet. This one's seeming to be okay so far. Will we ever know? I don't think we'll ever know, Jeddick, quite honestly. They saw how well that worked for Overwatch 2. Listen, man. Overwatch 2 is ramping, okay? I'll not hear any slander on it. They're indefinitely ramping. Do you want to go to the store, order groceries or delivery? It's okay. How much was it? You dumb bitch. Sorry, typo. I'm going to change items here. 0 to any numbers or ramp? Oh, yeah. What about 0 to minus numbers? Let's change out our Frost Charm for Poison, maybe? Or Shock? Let's do Poison. Negative ramp. It's only a matter of time before we get Overwatch reforged. They relaunch Overwatch 1.
Mining
Remastered.
Like it can only
$8 delivery for $180 groceries? That's not bad. Was it a percentage? Or is it just flat rate $8 no matter how much you got?
Take this. Straight through the art.
Straight through the hat. Flat? Are you talking about your ass cheeks? You hate when your wife uses Instacart? Were you the one getting rid of a bunch of your wife's shit, Lemur, without her knowing? Or was that somebody else? Just wanted to see if you lived to tell the tale. Yeah? Did you do it? Wow! Arrested queer ass. Very tanky. Absolutely did. Said box in the garage for tears. Don't need it. Fair. Does she still not know? Turns out she's watching the stream. think it's gonna go missing soon, and we'll know why. I mean, that's fine as long as his credit card's loaded enough money to keep subbed for the next few years. She can have him.
Bring it on.
She knows now is mostly books and shoes. Was it taken lightly? I see you live to tell the tale, so it couldn't have been that bad. To be honest, I probably have some shit like that too. I have a bunch of like my fucking like notes, like my soccer trophies from when I was in my teens, and like university class notes on science and math and shit like that. Like are all my high school notes in biology. Those are all in just like boxes in the garage. YouTuber's gonna get my build nerfed. Good. Fuck those guys. What are you running, Rafe? I was looking at some other RPGs. You told me there's apparently Diablo 2 Resurrected mod for single player. I'm surprised you're not jamming.
Smacks are rough in this place.
Despite its issues.
What are the Faradin
It's usually
playing
pretty
at?
easy going.
Lightning strike twice.
Mana recovery from flasks. I can't fucking see them. Opacity on my map's too low for this zone, but then it's like overbearing in other areas. It's really annoying. Lightning Spear are different from what you're using as a nuke, using it ever so often, not spamming, screen wide clear, including leads. Sweet. Lady sounds Cajun sometimes. Yeah. I guess. Not sure about that.
No mana. A clean kill.
Okay.
And let's fight.
I'm gonna click the last one before I put my combo out. I don't know what this is, but I assume I'm safe in here.
Another hunt. Another trophy.
Essence of Electricity. That sounds like something I might like. Lightning modifier.
I have enough in my pack already.
Oh, not me pack. Yeah, but by the time it gets to nerf, will you still be playing? So do you really care? Unless it's like brokenly OP like they did with the tornadoes, I don't think they're gonna care to do that kind of balance right now until their next like major patch in the future. By then, Druid and whatever the fuck else will be released, and people will be playing that instead. Unless you're like particularly obsessed with hunters or spears specifically, I suppose. +2 level to all spell skills. Critical damage bonus into mana and increased spell damage. That's a pretty nice staff. If I gave a shit. What does this chest do? Max life threshold, cannot evade enemy attacks. That sounds great for my high evasion build. 250% of melee physical damage taken reflected to attacker. Regenerates 5% of max HP per second while surrounded. Oh, it's like a tanky Thorns build thing. With armor, I guess.
What?
And block and stuff. Interesting. But like, just the stats on it alone are like, who the fuck would ever use this? Like, you'd have to have some like really niche, insane build, I guess, for that. And, like, have some like crazy ass multipliers or something. Bro, this attack speed's so much better. Fuck me.
Abomination.
Meow, 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 meow. Thorns is quite good. Yeah, I heard. Something about like cold thorns. No, some. You're in the right place. Mr. Animal, you okay, buddy? Yeah. Just being a cat. Look at all those chickens. Hey, price is falling too fast. I need to stop making money on my chickens. Oh, are they? Wait, what? The American economy was fucked. Or is it finally stabilizing after alienating and making every other country in the world hate you? More. That is. Egg prices going down, electronics going up. Did they announce what the new Switch price is going to be after they went to quote-unquote reassess the tariffs? I've been keeping up with that news ever since they first said it. Called a... Why are there stars around that? Eggs are cheaper, but everything else is going to be 5 times the price.
Better off dead.
Or better off Ted. Ah, that's my name. That 30K thing's such bullshit. What 30K thing? Oh, the iPhones. What, you don't think those kind of prices are gonna hike up? No price update, no pre-order updates other than delayed. Oh boy. Is it in the States only or like everywhere? For the Nintendo Switch thing. Okay, I think we're good here. Wait, NA or States? I think it's just States. What's up, y'all? Yeah, it's going, man. It's going. They haven't announced a new pre-order date.
This is no mine. It's a death trap.
It does export directly to both Canada and Mexico, right? Yeah, some rivals. Yeah, Terry and I got the Diamond one yesterday. Last night before bed, and I was like, okay. I usually do this thing where I don't like to leave on a loss. So I'm like, okay, next win. We went 0-5. It was so fun. I loved my life. Every part of it. Back to almost Diamond 3. Like 20% into Diamond 2. I was like, yeah, this is just great.